Between the Tecno Spark 10 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy A14, which is the best value for money? One looks like a Samsung flagship and the other looks like an iPhone, while offering specs that seem too good to be true and at a more affordable price. So this video aims to answer the question on which is the best option for you, the Spark 10 Pro or the Galaxy A14. So I'll try to make this video as straightforward as possible, so it should be brief. I already have individual reviews on the Spark 10 Pro and Galaxy A14 and I'll have them linked in the description. The focus of this video will be on their similarities and differences, so you're able to decide which best suits your needs from a smartphone. For starters, the Galaxy A14 is the more expensive of the two, costing about 116,000 naira for the base version with 64 gigs of storage and 126k for the 128 gig option, both with 4 gigs of RAM. The Spark 10 Pro comes way cheaper at less than 105,000 naira for the base version with 128 gigs of storage and about 118,900 naira for the 256 gig version, both with 8 gig of RAM. Yeah, you heard right. Not only is the Spark 10 Pro the more affordable of the two, it also offers twice the RAM and twice the storage capacity. Something I'd say is actually a first for this price point. So if your budget can't go higher than this price range, Spark 10 Pro gives you more value for money when it comes to memory. But both have SD card slots which you can use to expand their storage, though I think you'll only be needing it if you are choosing the A14. While both devices come packaged nicely, only the Spark 10 Pro packs complete accessories. That includes wired earphones, charger and a protective case. Samsung Galaxy A14 adopts the trend of higher Samsung devices and only comes with a cable. So not only does it cost more, you'll be spending more money on a charger if you don't already own one, and you'll probably be needing to buy a case too. Gotta say, it's not looking good for Samsung at the moment when it comes to value, but it's probably still too early to conclude, so how about we explore other areas? Now, depending on how you like your devices designed, you might go with the A14, especially since it gets that signature Samsung flagship design. From a distance, nobody's gonna know it's not an S23, at least until you get it up close or turn to the display and notice the chunky bezels and Infinity V design. The Spark 10 Pro, on the other hand, pretty much copies the iPhone design, and from afar you can fool anyone it's an iPhone. Unlike the A14, it gets a more modern looking center hole point display with noticeably slimmer bezels. So for me, on the rear design and shape, I'm going with the Galaxy A14, but on the display design is the Spark 10 Pro. And to add, in terms of build quality, the A14 is plastic and the Spark 10 Pro gets glass on the rear. On the display specifications, both phones come with a 1080p display, the Galaxy A14 being Samsung's PLS IPS display, which looks good, and I say I like its colors better, while the Spark 10 Pro is an IPS LCD, which also looks just as good. Now, the Tecno Spark 10 Pro comes with 90Hz refresh rate on its display and offers smoother experience across the UI than the 60Hz display on the Samsung Galaxy A14. Kinda hard to defend Samsung on this one, even the lesser Galaxy A04s has 90Hz refresh rate. Moving on, software-wise, it might come down to personal preference, but I'd say the A14 gets the edge to an extent. It's currently on Android 13 and One UI 5.1 core version with the guarantee of at least 2 major OS upgrades, probably even 3. And Samsung is ahead of everyone else with updates. The Spark 10 Pro, on the other hand, still gets Android 13 with iOS 12.6. Though with no guaranteed major OS upgrades, it's still a stable operating system and I dare say even more feature packed than the core version of One UI on the A14. It gets a default screen recorder and also allows you to connect to your TV. Can't say the same for the A14 as it gets none of those. Also, for the fact that you get 90Hz on the Spark 10 Pro, you find it smoother to operate than the A14 software. Bear in mind that iOS still gets a couple of pre-installed apps and send ads, which of course can be disabled with a few tweaks here and there. Now, performance-wise, we already established that the Spark 10 Pro offers way more when it comes to RAM and memory, and by extension, we could also say it offers better multitasking capacity. The processor on the Spark 10 Pro is also the more capable one. That is the MediaTek Helio G88. It's a capable processor for this price point and can even game quite well. On the A14, we get the same Exynos 850 from the A13, and while it's an okay processor for regular use, it struggles at heavy tasks and can't offer the same level of gaming you get on the Spark 10 Pro with its Helio G88. Also note that the Galaxy A14 seems to have 4 different versions. One with the Dimensity 700 I think for the US, another with the Exynos 1330 for India, and another with the Helio G80. I'm yet to confirm which regions got that one. The one for Nigeria is the Exynos 850. The Spark 10 Pro everywhere is with the Helio G88. Now onto their cameras. On paper, the Tecno Spark 10 Pro looks to pack the most punch with a 32 megapixel selfie camera and on its rear it's a 50 megapixel main camera. The Galaxy A14 gets a 50 megapixel main camera, a 5 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro. The selfie camera is 13 megapixels. I'll let you be the judge of which takes the better photos. In my opinion, they both do great for their price. The A14 does not get a dedicated night mode, but the Spark 10 Pro does. On video, the Spark 10 Pro is able to shoot up to 2K from both selfie and rear cameras, while the A14 maxes out at 1080p. Okay, so this is the selfie video test between the Tecno Spark 10 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy A14. The A14 having a 13 megapixel selfie camera and the Spark 10 Pro having a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Currently having both shoot at 1080p 35 per second. The Spark 10 Pro is able to do up to 2K 35 per second. What do you think about the quality? I'm kind of in the noise of this, so how is it? Might be besides all the noise. When it comes to overall value for money, it's hard to deny that the Spark 10 Pro offers way more. From better RAM and memory to being more affordable, all while coming with complete accessories in the box. The A14 is also a good device and you get better software support, but you get to pay more, I guess, for the brand name. Hopefully this video helps you decide which best suits your smartphone needs. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on these two devices and which you go for. If you want to see the review on the Galaxy A14, check this way, and for the Spark 10 Pro, this way.